Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon. I just want to make sure that it shows up on Crowdcast, but we are live on YouTube. I was a little worried because we started the Crowdcast a little bit late, but there it goes. I do see it live on Crowdcast. So yes, woohoo! Welcome, 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 everybody. We've got a really good show for you lined up today. It's going to be not as long as normal. We have a special guest. We have Dan Fay here to talk about some of our professional services version number 2, which is going to be an awesome release. There's going to be some more information posted on the community board to go along with this. So feel free to ask him questions and be involved in the conversation. Just know that if you are on Crowdcast, unfortunately, you have a little bit of a longer delay, probably about 20 seconds or so. If you do head on over to YouTube, hi YouTube, head over to YouTube /JumpCloud, hit that like button. I told everyone that I was going to plug the like button today. Hit that like button so we can make sure that we are having this content live forever on the YouTube and that we drive awareness and traffic for this amazing show forever. But in all normal fashion, hello, Michael Cole. That's a new name, but welcome. I might have seen it once before. Welcome back. Joel, new name. Nathan, Luke, Smart. Hello, Smarty. Rob, Sinisa, Keith, Stephen, Kelly, Samuel, Pebbles, Joey, John, and David. Welcome back, everybody who has been coming here for quite some time. Love seeing you here again. Participating in the Crowdcast chat is highly encouraged. That's where a lot of the stuff happens. And when we do our IT rapid fire hot seat round, that's where the poll lives too, to figure out who is going to win. So without further ado, Eric says good morning on YouTube. Hi, Eric. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to kick it over to Dan. We're going to kick off his conversation, and then we're going to swing back in and bring in Becky and Alexa for their updates, and then hit it to the IT hour or the IT rapid fire. So, Dan, the stage is yours.
Cool. Thanks, Ben. Hey, everybody. So, just a quick introduction. I'm Dan Fay. I am the Innovative Services Manager here at JumpCloud for Professional Services. Really, it's just a fancy title for strategic alignment and operations for how we work with professional services and how the team works, along with some other odds and ends working with like go-to-market and process and procedures and operations. So today, I'm going to cover our V2 launch of professional services. We initially launched professional services with JumpCloud as of March 1st of this year. So with March 1st, we released 3 main products. It was implementation consults, AD and Okta migrations, and technical account management services. So I'll cover those at a super high level if some of y'all are not necessarily as familiar. So implementation consultation is really meant for newer customers or existing customers that need help with implementing JumpCloud within their technical environments. We could cover a wide swath of information or different resources or topics to make sure that your onboarding or implementation or integration with a specific application or policies or workflow or something like that is ensured to hit the best fit and best practices for what you're trying to achieve. And then with our technical account management, that's kind of in line with the implementation consults, but a little bit different. The implementation consultation is really meant to be a block of time really for like your first, say like 60 days or 90 days of onboarding where you want to make sure that you're a new customer at JumpCloud, you want to get started. The TAM is meant to be a deep technical relationship with your IT team and your business requirements to make sure that JumpCloud is fitting your needs and building that long-term B2B relationship over a year or more. So it's meant to be a really close knit. Your TAM is like your consult, your go-to, your basically your point person for anything technical or business related for JumpCloud. That way we can make sure that we are making JumpCloud fit your needs, both in the product as well as the services that we offer. And as for migrations, we have AD and Okta migrations. So if you're looking to come to JumpCloud and you have AD and you have Okta or Okta, and you're looking to migrate off of those solutions, we provide a service that is hands-on that will help you migrate entirely off of those directories into JumpCloud. So if you want to replace Okta's directory and use JumpCloud for SSO and directory services and devices and all the other stuff that we provide, we can help facilitate that. Same thing with AD. If you got AD on-prem, you want to get off of AD on-prem and move more cloud-based, we have a team and a service that is dedicated to doing that. Now, with V2, it has gone launched today. So today is the first day that it is up and sales are open to purchase these services. So the V2 version is that we are releasing 3 new services. It'll be hands-on keyboard implementations, and it will be custom scripting and what we're calling all access. So the hands-on hands-on keyboards, or we're calling HOKs. HOKs are specifically, it's like the implementation consults. We will still consult in the hands-on keyboards, but really it's meant to basically allow JumpCloud's professional services engineering, our experts and engineering team, do the work on your behalf within JumpCloud. So we'll build the directory, we'll set up the SSO connectors, we'll get your policies involved, we'll connect your directory systems, whether you're using M365 or G Suite, or sorry, Google Workspace, and any of the other odds and ends that are within that. So this is a hands-on keyboard service that is a physical, basically scope of work that we will do the work on your behalf. There's a lot more information to kind of what's in scope, what's out of scope, how does this work. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. I'll cover that towards the end on how to contact us. So that is now an option and now a service that's now widely available starting today. We also have the custom scripting. So custom scripting is basically, we have our professional services engineering team. We have a dedicated team that are experts in PowerShell, Python, API scripting. So with that, they will be able to write custom scripts, depending on what type of actual workflow or operations or automation that you're looking for within JumpCloud, as long as it uses the JumpCloud API, or if we can integrate with it via the PowerShell method of API. So with that, it is specifically for JumpCloud automation workflows and tasks. One of the things that's out of scope of that is that we will not write scripts for any third-party application, because we are JumpCloud and we support and manage the JumpCloud APIs. So if it involves the APIs for JumpCloud, we can help in that regard, but we're not going to say configure your Zapier, configure your Workato, configure your MuleSoft or anything like that. We can help assist with that, with getting the API endpoints in play, but we're not going to configure that third-party app, because liability reasons, we are JumpCloud, we manage JumpCloud. But there's a lot to that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with the API. You could automate your entire onboarding workflow. You could automate offboarding workflows. You could automate a whole bunch of different stuff using the JumpCloud API or PowerShell module. And with the custom scripting service, you can basically ask our professional services engineering team to build a script to meet your needs and requirements and outputs. If you want it in JSON, CSV, you want it a text file, whatever you need. We can output that data or create that workflow in a very easy and digestible manner. And we will deliver the script and say, we've tested this internally, go ahead and test it out. And then you'll get 30 days of basically support of that script, of basically saying that we'll deliver you the script and then you have 30 days to test the script, make sure it does everything. If there's any hiccups or issues or call out errors or anything like that, we'll support it for 30 days after the fact. So the last piece is all access. Now, there might be some of you, or maybe you're in a medium or larger business, and you kind of need a little bit of everything. It's, you might want implementation consult, and you're doing an AD migration, and you got some script projects that you want to work on, and you want to build that deeper B2B relationship with JumpCloud overall through a TAM, but you don't want to pay for the individual services. So you don't want to do basically a la carte. You don't want to a la carte it, because that can be a lot more expensive, and also contracts and timing and all this other stuff kind of makes it a little bit difficult. So what we've done is we've created an all access package. It is really la crème de la crème. So it is the top of the top. It is the best you can get. It encompasses all services, all professional services that we offer. So that includes TAM, hands-on keyboard, AD and or Okta migrations, custom scripting, and what else did I miss? Consultation, implementation consultation. So it includes all of the services. And you can use that as a year. It is a year contract, but you can use any of the services anytime you like. And it comes with a bucket of hours. So each month we'll get a bucket of hours. You'll want to use those. But you would work with the TAM. The TAM will be the point person for all access contracts. And you would work with your TAM saying, hey, I have this project that I need, that's coming up that I want to get this done by August 30th. Can we start discussing with a professional services engineer on this AD migration? How will we do that? We need help. We need some hands-on experience and hands-on help. And the TAM would basically schedule that with our backline team, get the engineer involved, and then you'll be working with an engineer, and the engineer would do the work for you for that project. If you need help or consultation over a specific thing in the product, you want to go over something new, that's where the TAM and the implementation consultant can jump in and help you there. So there's a lot of different services. All of this information is now live on our website, jumpcloud.com/professional-services, I think. Let me just double check the URL.
You're actually answering a question that came up from Dennis. Dennis, hey, thanks so much for your best wishes. And he wanted to know if there was any link. It looks like Rob just posted in there. You are correct. jumpcloud.com/professional-services. So go check it out. Custom scripting sounds amazing. What are the I'm sure that you've already had maybe a couple of customers, or you've worked with a couple of beta customers, and without going into details, obviously for privacy reasons, what are some of the, one or two use cases that maybe you've seen come up where the professional service custom scripting has kind of been a go-to hitter for you?
Yeah, so we've actually had, so I can't disclose some of the information of what we did, but they had an operational thing come up. So there was an operational workflow in their onboarding workflow that was kind of creating a little bit of friction, was a bit too manual, because it was tedious. And I agree what they were trying to do, and what they were trying to do in mass. And we're talking like hundreds of systems, not like, 10 or 15, like hundreds of systems. And they're also exponentially growing at a crazy click. So basically the professional services engineering team devised a script to help onboard and do this en masse. There's also a lot of other things that we were looking at, of basically doing offboarding workflows. The automation of it basically saved dozens, if not hundreds of hours, because it's now automated using a simple API script and a PowerShell wrapper. You run the command, you answer a few questions in the prompt, hit go, and it does the thing for you. The benefit to this as well is that it's all auditable using Directory Insights. So if you're not using Directory Insights, I highly recommend it. Everybody should be using it. Basically, it is a wide catalog and logging system of the entirety of the directory. So when using the API and doing specific things as an admin, you're using your admin API key to activate or do specific calls, posts, and puts, or gets within the directory. A lot of those changes that are puts and posts will be updated within DI as well. And that way you have a catalog of what's happened, or what happened and all that good stuff. So in reality, I would say custom scripting, if you're looking to automate and make your life a lot easier, or to cut down on time on specific workflows like onboarding or offboarding, granted, using the UI is super helpful, makes it quite easy. Like onboarding's fairly quick within JumpCloud. But if you're doing stuff that's like en masse a lot, or if you want to do 8 or 10 different things all at once and just push button, I want push button, you can do that. And that'll be done through custom scripting.
That's awesome. And I think, this helps. I've had a couple conversations in the community and even in our meetup groups. In fact, Alexa and I were just in a meetup group yesterday for DC. And one of the admins that were in there were talking about how they're really learning the API, and they're learning, Postman for testing, and they're doing all these different things to try to figure out how to do certain aspects of the automation piece. And this is huge for a smaller IT shop, or maybe even a one IT, or even a big, right, where they have a constraint on resources, where maybe learning this isn't in their wheelhouse right now, but it could be a good stepping off point. So with that, what's the pricing model look like? Obviously, I know it's probably custom, but is it based off of a per script? Is it based off of the time that it takes to make the script? What are we kind of looking at as far as the overall pricing model there?
Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about the workflow of how we price certain packages. There is some stuff that's off the shelf. Implementation consults, TAM, and all access are off the shelf. So there is a dedicated price to those. There's different levels that you can purchase. So there's some flexibility based on budget and project needs or what you really need as a business. So there's a bunch of different levels that you can choose from for anything that's off the shelf, implementation consults, all access, and TAM. Now, when it comes to V2, everything that we're releasing, which is just released as of today, is entirely custom scoped. Every project is going to be entirely unique to the business and to the customer and the organization that's requesting the scope of work. So custom scripting, that's a blank page. You can do anything. Same thing with AD migration or Okta migration. Those are custom quoted as well that we released back in March. Those are going through the same process. And same thing for hands-on keyboard. Every implementation, every business, every tech stack is going to be entirely unique. So the way that we're doing this is scoping it based on an estimation of hours, based on past practice and past history. So we'll discuss that. There is an intake form that you should be receiving. So if you are interested in professional services, you should be working with one of our sales account executives, or if you're already a customer, you should have an account manager that's assigned to you. Reach out to the account manager, or you could reach out to professional services at jumpcloud.com. If you don't have one or can't find that information, we're more than happy to get you connected. So you'll be working with one of those representatives from our side on the sales team or the account management side. They're going to send you a survey, and that intake survey goes through a couple different questions. So we have intake surveys depending on what type of work or scope of work or contract or service that you're looking for. Ask general, high level, and some deeper detailed questions around your technical environment. That could be user count, that could be number of applications, that could be number of devices. What policies are you looking for? Are you looking to meet some type of compliance? Are you needing this, that, or the other? For those intake surveys, that is then sent to the professional services engineer, who then scopes the work based on similar projects or similar rates of hours that we've worked. And then we come up with a quote that way, and we'll work with you on and the sales account executive or the account manager to make sure that it fits your budget and fits your needs. We also go over a scope of deliverables to then, before we send out the contract and everything else, we say, cool, you want 10 SSO apps integrated, you want your GWS integrated, you want all your users done, you want these specific device policies, you want these specific user groups, whatever that list may be. We'll build a scope of work and basically a scope of deliverables. That scope of deliverables will be attached. You'll see that during the closing of the professional services contract, and you'll say yay or nay, or hey, I need to add this, or you can take that off, whatever that, and we can remediate that however you see fit. Once everything looks good, our professional services engineer will then be assigned. So whoever did the scoping for your contract will be assigned to your contract. So it will be the same person you worked with before, and they will work with you throughout the entirety of the contract to make sure that all the deliverables are done. Once everybody's in agreement, both JumpCloud and the customer party, so your party as well, says, yep, everything looks great, everything's done, we're good here. Basically, we'll send a receipt of deliverables saying, hey, cool, we're just confirming everything looks good, everything's great. And then we might send a CSAT survey review at the end, just asking how we did. Was there anything we missed? Anything operationally that could be easier, anything that could be smoother? Myself and the managers on our side we look at every single CSAT survey and feedback as well. So if you have feedback throughout the project, also let us know. We're more than happy to sit there and discuss that to make it more smooth, to make it better, to make it more effective and efficient for you guys.
That's pretty cool. And that sounds like a really awesome process. And last question, I know we got to get you going because you're pretty busy, but Nathan asks, will basically some of these custom scripts that are being developed possibly be integrated in the core product? I have some reservations with that personally, yeah. And I think that you and I share those same reservations. So, but I'll let you answer that briefly if you have an answer for that.
It's a question I get asked a lot and have been for months. So as we've been developing this, it comes down to a legality thing. So can be a legal issue. No, I'm saying, like, for one of the questions that we were asked, or I was asked not too long ago, about a week or two ago, is if say someone asks for a custom script that they want done and they pay for that. They pay for a service for that custom script. We're not going to publish that on GitHub, on the GitHub wiki or the commands gallery or anything in the public domain, because it's, in essence, it's private intellectual property that they paid for from JumpCloud as a service that we delivered. That's their information. They paid for that script. And that's private to them. Now, as for something that could be done in the product, for example, automation workflows for onboarding, or automation workflows for, say, smart groups, or something along the lines of that we could do in product that we don't service today, that I'm kind of game for, because then it would be like, look at this cool stuff we just did, in this custom service. And we might actually reach back out. We probably will reach back out to that customer because we wrote the custom script. Our PMs and our product team will probably work with them saying, hey, we know you bought this custom script to do this specific, say, for example, I'm going to go to smart groups because I'm itching for smart groups bad. So like with smart groups,
you eat both.
I know. Smart groups are dynamic groups. Like, we don't have that today. I know our PMs and our product team is researching into it, but that's, that has come up as a question for custom scripting. It's like, we might reach back out to the customer, product team might reach back out to the customer, asking them, be like, hey, what would make smart groups like the best thing since sliced bread? Like, how could we make this the best, creme de la creme version of smart groups based on the scripts that you have? What could make it better if we did it in product? So that's one of the things that I'm forecasting, seeing, is that if something comes up that looks like we could do in product, we would, of course, for anybody that purchased a script to do that service, I would want us as JumpCloud, us as JumpCloud product team, my team and professional services, to reach out and have that conversation and see and get their feedback, and maybe even getting them into an EA or a beta or some type of testing before we actually start like making production versions of it. We might do a couple of A/B tests, but really getting that feedback, because they purchased the service and they know what they want. And I want that feedback if I were a PM or, as an SP, which we are.
So I guess the answer is, it really depends, right? Me personally, if I paid for a script and the company was like, hey, we like this idea and we might put this in our product, I may be open to it, but also like, well, do I get a discount, or do I get like for this idea? I mean, it doesn't go, that's a whole can of worms, and I can sit there and probably ideate over that for the next hour, and we're not going to do that. So, but thanks so much, Dan. I appreciate, I think everyone here, Dennis says that, Dan, you were great. Everyone that's in the chat is saying great stuff from professional services. I'm super excited for it. I think it's going to be an amazing service and resource for a lot of our clients and customers to make the transition. So now's a great time. If you haven't already think about joining JumpCloud, now's a great time, and Dan's going to be here to help you out with that. So cool. Thanks so much, Dan. Hey, we're going to get ready to go into the community updates and then the IT hot seat. Feel free to hang out if you like. If not, hey, no harm, no foul. So I think Dan's pretty funny. He's got some pretty good jokes when it comes to IT stuff. So
I have some bad lessons learned. So I've had a long history.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and bring up Becky, and we're going to do our community update. Thanks so much again there, Dan, for that. Now Becky's not here. So the fact that she's on video right now, this is actually an AI generated visual of Becky, who is now currently on vacation. So this isn't the real Becky. Full disclosure, I don't want anyone to be getting in trouble. So
you don't see me. This is an illusion. Well, this is a special day, so I had to show up. Somebody twisted my arm. I actually
better than twisting your foot because of all of the foot things that are still happening. I don't even know how it's a thing.
Foot weirdos. I don't know.
Can we
don't get twisted, Ben.
Can we have a deep fake Ben for future IT hours from Luke? I don't know. I think that it might go against some things. Becky bot from Nathan. All right. Okay. Community update.
I'm glitching out. All right. Short community update because I've been on vacation, but I will be still out part of next week. But when I get back, toward the end of the week, I'm going to start awarding the core certification badges. So you will start to see those pop up. I will also make an announcement as I'm doing those. And the reason I will make an announcement is if you don't see one on your profile, that means I couldn't match up your community email with your work email, whatever you got your certification under. So if you don't see it on your profile, just raise your hand and let me know, and then you can PM me or send us an email and let me know what you got certified under, and we'll get you matched up and get you your badge anyway. It's just I'm taking a first pass with all the known emails and giving everybody a badge that way, and then we'll go back and add anyone else that we need to. So don't worry, if you have gotten a certification, you will get your badge. We just may need to do a little bit extra work to match everything up in the background, but that is coming. I actually have the list ready. I just didn't get it done before I left on Friday because I had to get out of here and go to graduation. So
slacking.
I know I had to go to 8th grade graduation. Sorry guys, that was more important than badges. Sorry.
Debatable.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I will make a couple call outs here. So Nathan posted on our software board some things about the JumpCloud SSO custom SAML integration with Mabel, which actually is really, really cool. I did nominate that for our knowledge base. I did let the knowledge base go live on our community board. So if you have something, a walkthrough or a tutorial or something that you want to do, you can post directly to the community knowledge base, and we can start to build our own community knowledge base for these types of integrations for things that are not on the support.jumpcloud.com, which are the things that JumpCloud as a product we've integrated and we invested time into, but we have so many ways to customize the integration through our API, through PowerShells, through custom SCIM, through custom SSO and SAML and LDAP, that the community is going to be a huge resource for that. So head on over to the community.jumpcloud.com and take a look at some of those things. For instance, Nathan posted a custom SAML integration. Jeff posted a Python script for bulk user creation using the JumpCloud API. There's a SAML SSO integration for Palo Alto authentication. That was more of a question. So if anybody has a question or an answer, or they integrated with Palo Alto SSO, head on over there and answer that question for Denny. And then also we have another question for someone helping with homebrew packages through JumpCloud. So head on over there, answer those questions if you have those answers, and then also contribute to knowledge base if you wish.
Make sure you mention though on the knowledge base there's a certain level that you need to be at.
Yes, there is a certain level that you need to be at. So I think it's a novice. I can't say the word, okay?
Novitiate.
Because I can't. It's novice level. What, 1, 2? We split it at 1. I can't remember. But anyway, if you're new to the community, go post some things. Go send some kudos. Go get some replies, and you'll make it pretty high. So that way you can start to contribute into the knowledge base. So
3. Novitiate 3. Yes.
And I think I hit Novitiate 3 in a couple of days. So it's just a matter of posting and sending some kudos. And replying to topics, and you'll get there super fast, and then you can start posting on the knowledge base. So
yeah, there's a minor time thing to it too. It's just so that it's just to make sure that you're there for a little while and things like that. It's really minor. You can get there in no time as long as you're contributing. You'll hit it in just a little bit of time. So go do it
in no time. Well, awesome. Cool. So that's from community, and that was kind of a community spotlight. And I kind of filled in for Becky since she wanted to be a slacker. The chat saying, who do we talk to if we never got our shirt? What shirt?
Oh, what shirt? Oh, wait, for
there are mugs too. I heard there are eye patches. Arr. I can't.
I'm wondering if it had to do with the certification, because they were giving out T-shirts for a while when you got certified.
Yeah, go ahead and Jacob, go ahead and send an email to community@jumpcloud.com, and we will we will make sure that gets answered. Get it forwarded over to the right people. So
yeah, because we're in the midst of transitioning all of our swag, who sends it out and everything. So there might be a little bit of a delay. We had some trouble with our fulfillment, so we're moving that over and switching that to a different team and to a different company who sends that out. So
yeah,
we'll get it figured out for you.
We're transitioning. I think the gift card for today that's going to get sent out is the last gift card that we're going to be able to send out for the IT hour for a little bit until we get our new vendor for that distribution. So
we may just like take note and then send them out all at once later.
What are the benefits of getting certified? Well, Eric, I'm glad that you asked. We actually had on our YouTube, if you go back on this very show in our playlist, a couple of YouTube videos back, we actually had the people from JumpCloud University on the IT hour, and that was a question that was asked on that. But a lot of the benefits of, hey, you have a new IT admin or you're just coming into JumpCloud, do the certification, get them ramped up so they know how to administer your organization really fast. It looks great on LinkedIn as far as a core certification badge. It looks fantastic on our community board as well, having a little badge, knowing that you know what to do. So I'm not taking the nom-noms with me, David. Okay, the nom-noms will stay here. The nom-noms being the DoorDash gift card. So the gift card, if you're new here, we're getting ready to hop into the IT hour rapid fire hot seat. I just threw a bunch of words together to name it that. I don't know what I actually called it in reality, but the winner of that, we'll talk about the rules. We'll get a $25 DoorDash gift card. So I'm talking with my hands a lot today. I don't know why. So I don't know what to do with my hands.
Jazz hands.
These are jazz hands. Anyway,
I'm waiting for somebody's going to screen cap that and just go nuts with it. I'm just.
Alexa, please come up here and save me from myself and talk about Meetup updates, please.
Am I on? Oh, there we go.
Am I
up?
Am I up?
So kind of a short update from me as well. We had a very fun week. We had, as Ben mentioned, the DC meetup yesterday. It was virtual. Met some new folks, saw some old folks. Shout out to Jacob and Dennis, who were both in that meetup. Just had, some good tech talk. So we also had our first in-person meetup for the Raleigh group. Becky actually hosted that, met some new people. So we are slowly but surely making the transition from those virtual meetups to the in-person meetups. So hopefully all of the groups will be in person in the near future, because we know that that's much more preferable and way more fun than virtual meetups. Get to have a beer, hang out, network, meet new people. So looking forward to that. And that said, in July, hopefully we'll have even more groups in person. We'll be launching those events here shortly. So make sure that you're a part of our network. Cue Ben putting it on the screen if you can. But yeah, join the network and stay tuned for updates on events. There you go.
There's the link bit.ly/JC meetup. So go join that meetup network. It's super fun, super cool. I like meetup networks. So yeah.
And Ben has promised, even when he leaves, to come to at least a couple. So you'll still see Ben. Yeah,
I will definitely try to make an effort to show up.
That's very
now you're just disincentivizing people.
That's true. Maybe I shouldn't mention that.
People. I don't know where I was going with that.
People are people.
People
so
are people. Oh, we are in the now. Okay.
Okay. Full circle.
If you know where that quote is from, then let us know in the chat where that quote's from. If you don't know where that quote's from, then you should probably disconnect from this session immediately.
Oh wow.
Just
savage.
Everyone just disconnect.
Ben's leaving. He doesn't care.
Cool. So that was the community update. That was the meetup update. So now it is time for the IT rapid fire hot seat. If you are new here, well, welcome. If you're on the YouTube, you can participate in the YouTube. Just I'll have to get your information somehow, some way. The best way to do that is to join the JumpCloud Slack Lounge, which you have a link right there, which is covering up Alexa and Dan right now. Whatever. So bit.ly/JC Slack -lounge. Go there if you want to, if you earn your prize and you're on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're in Crowdcast, I do have your email. Or if you're already in the Slack Lounge, we'll get your information somehow, some way. I promise. If we miss you for whatever reason, just send us an email at community@jumpcloud.com. But the way this works is I went through and I found a few articles, a few headliners that I found to be interesting. It's all based off of what I have in my head, okay, at the time. So it depends on the coffee intake. And then everybody makes their funniest comment on that headline and that news article. And whoever wins and has the funniest comment and the funniest quip about it will win the $25 DoorDash gift card for all of your num requirements for at least one lunch break. So that's the rules. The rules are the snarkiest, the better. Keep it professional, but the snarkiest, the better. And let us begin. Alexa, are you staying? Because that was hilarious last time.
I'm staying because it's your last one and it made you happy.
It so did make me happy. It was great. She had my back. All right, here we go. All right, so the first up is some Macs are getting fewer updates than they used to, and here's why it's a problem, according to Ars Technica. So when Mac OS Ventura was announced earlier this month, its system requirements were considerably stricter than those for Mac OS Monterey, which was released just 8 months ago as of the writing of that article. Ventura requires a Mac made in 2017 or later, dropping support for a wide range of Monterey-supported Mac models released between 2013 and 2016.
This certainly seems more aggressive than new Mac OS releases from just a few years ago, where system requirements would tighten roughly every other year or so. But how bad is it really? Is a Mac purchased in 2016 getting fewer updates than one bought in 2012 or 2008 or 1999? And if so, is there an explanation beyond Apple's desire for more users to move to shiny new Apple Silicon Macs?
Oh, no. Now, here's the thing. Check out the article. I posted in the chat. But they have a bunch of charts and breakdowns and that kind of stuff. But it just seems to me that Apple, yes, is pushing you to upgrade to new hardware, but that's not a huge difference from how Microsoft is having strict Windows 11 requirements in order for you to upgrade into Windows 11. So it really just kind of, does it really matter? Or are we really seeing blatant force upgrades from our manufacturers? So Alexa, what do you think?
Oh gosh. Hi.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one.
I mean, I still have a 2013 Mac that's going. My son uses it for gaming and stuff. So, yeah. I mean,
Dan, thoughts?
I am impressed with the speed of the new chips and the efficiency, but I will say for the type of work that I do and the type of work that a lot of IT people do, especially in mixed environments of Windows, Mac, and Linux, and you got to run virtual machines and you got to do all that stuff. And no one yet has figured out that I've seen in a supported method without hacking it together, because you can do that, of running VMs, which is like has been crucial to my job for almost a decade. And that's what's keeping me from upgrading. I'm going to run my Intel Mac until it explodes. Hopefully not, but lithium ion's got at least a decent shelf life.
So
Rob says cries and need to run x86 parallels.
Sam got to keep the green coming in somehow. I mean, got to force them to upgrade. Mac out of date, just buy more. I do, according to Keith. That's good. Please buy an M1 M2. Wait, I already did. Jacob, purchase compliance. Michael, mini Air MacBook Pro. Apple has been using the hardware subscription model for years before vendors like Cisco brought it into vogue, and Monterey will continue to work just fine. The house that Apple built here, next hardware refresh is probably going to add a PC. All right, moving on. This is the rapid fire round. As Mac sales in China increase, government wants the country to use its own operating system. So Mac sales in China have been growing in recent years, with Apple silicone models accelerating their popularity. But the Chinese government has a plan to reduce its reliance on U.S. tech from Apple and Microsoft, creating its own operating system.
The Chinese government has for years been unhappy about this reliance on U.S. tech and tasked the National University of Defense Technology of the People's Liberation Army with developing a homegrown operating system. This was achieved in 2001 in the form of Kylin, but while it has been used for military and government computer systems, it hasn't really made any inroads into wider use.
So the South China Morning Post reports that the country is now making a more concerted effort to bring Kylin, not to be confused with Star Wars, into mainstream use by creating an open source version, OpenKylin. The first version of Kylin were based on FreeBSD, while current versions are Linux based. The article went on to say, this was on 9 to 5 Mac, by the way, that it was interesting that they're looking to move away from US tech companies, and we are still involved in US tech companies. So interesting to see. If you don't like what is out there, just build your own, right?
We all know how that goes.
Michael saying spying is bundled in much more tightly.
Okay, that's very true.
CC,
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not going to repeat that, Luke, but yes, don't you mean gotta get the logos correct? Yes. All right, moving on. Windows Defender bug could be slowing down your PC, according to Gizmodo. The pre-installed antivirus tool is reportedly reducing Intel CPU performance by a whole whopping 6%. Go ahead. Yep. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. That's all right.
No.
Your Intel-powered PC might not be running at full speed right now, and you can blame Windows Defender, the anti-malware tool that is pre-installed on your system. A bug discovered by Tech Power Up associate software author Kevin Glenn causes Windows Defender to randomly start using all 7 hardware performance counters provided by Intel Core processors. A utility Glenn created that monitors and logs performance counters on Intel Core CPUs since 2008 found that the strange behavior results in significantly reduced performance.
Yeah, so are you bogged down by Defender hogging CPU time? A Core i9 10850K running 5 gigahertz loses 1,000 Cinebench points, which is about a 6% drop from the norm. Owners with Intel Core 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th gen processors on both desktops and laptops have noted similar performance hits. AMD processors are not affected by the bug, and some users report that 12th gen Intel chips are also protected. This was on Gizmodo. They haven't verified those claims. They offered some tools. Alexa, what do you think about the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th gen Intel processors being affected by this huge 6% decrease in performance?
Oh my God. First of all, I'm really glad you asked me. I guess I can say that I relate because I also am not running at full speed, and I also would like to blame the Windows Defender.
Yeah, good. I would also, but hold on.
I'll note that for your next performance review.
Thank you. Yeah, please do.
I think my opinion is also kind of along with Rob's. Buy AMD.
Buy AMD.
Yeah, that is me as a human, not as JumpCloud. As AMD, I'm just gonna say, like, I know with Windows, and there's been quite a few other OS major bugs and issues that have been found with Intel hardware architecture. Granted, this is specifically Windows Defender, but I mean, after the last couple rounds back in, 2018 with Spectre and everything else, I'm so scared to purchase Intel myself.
Yeah.
If it's not affecting Ryzen or any of the Ryzen series and stuff like that, and you're using it for home, then go with that.
Go AMD. So David, catching back up on some of the comments, Alexa, this one's pretty funny. Oh, so you can install a front door now for trying to get into your laptop so they don't have to keep using the back doors. Come on in. China, we use macOS, just remove the whole privacy pane. David, it's not a bug if we label it as a feature. This is true. That's actually just factual, right? You mean it's not supposed to do that? I'm saying this is just how we've been doing things. Direct integration with TikTok. Yep. David, it just brings Windows Defender into alignment with Mac OS Spotlight. Ouch. Shots fired. Not wrong, but yes. Not another Microsoft bug. Rob, so Intel only, not an issue with Ryzen chips. Yes, according to the article. Bugs in an OS is just SOP. Correct. Kelly, I thought Microsoft made something that doesn't suck, but it turns out Defender just sucks all your processor. You know, yeah, there's some tools, by the way, you can download that monitors it, and then like we'll shut it down and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you're right, Kelly. Windows Defender is just Bitcoin mining. I don't know if we can actually validate that, but that's pretty funny. Huge 6%. You ever Trend Micro, bro? Trend Micro was pretty heavy. Yep. Didn't Intel get a huge head start with Windows 11? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Well, the Windows 11 was actually really slow to catch on because of the hardware requirements, but now it's starting to pick back up, obviously, because now people are just buying new machines. All right, moving on. Speaking of Windows 11, Windows 11 22H2 is according to, I got this off of, where did I get this off? Computer World. Here are some of the cool features that you can experience in Windows 11 22H2. Windows 11, the first feature update to Windows 11 since its introduction in October of 2021, is expected to be officially released sometime this fall, likely in October. The 22 stands for the year. H2 stands for the second half of the year. Microsoft has already issued a version of it to the release preview channel of the Windows 11 Insider Program. Build 22621 is expected to be close to the final version, if not the final one. So here's a couple of things you're going to get in the new Windows 11 22H2. There's so many twos with Microsoft. New task manager, start menu tweaks, drag and drop to the taskbar, settings, adjustments, file explorer facelift, new touchscreen gestures, and there are also some new policies that help IT admins control the start menu, the taskbar, and the system tray. Woohoo! Windows 11, Microsoft for the win. Thoughts? No?
You just said Microsoft for the win.
You know what? Here's one thing. Whenever I think about Microsoft, I'm like, you know what could really make Microsoft the best? And I always thought to myself, you know what? If only they had a better file explorer. That was the first thing that always came to mind, was the file explorer. I was like, you know, if they just made this look better, Windows 11 would crush.
No. Task manager. It's got to be task manager.
Well, I will say the task manager has been pretty lame up until now, but hey, that's all going to be in the past because they are fixing that. And I think I just broke the chat. Alexa and Dan, what are you thinking about the new 22H2 Windows 11 update?
Well, like you, I was just caught up on all the twos.
And the explanation for the 2020, the 22 stands for the year 2022.
I appreciated that.
You're welcome.
I mean, I would judge on it if I could, but I'm still on a Ryzen series that's on the CPU deny list. So,
bummer.
Yeah, even though my hardware is fairly new and I got like a 30 series and 64 gigs of RAM, all that great stuff. Nope.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about slowing down your system from Windows Defender.
It's true.
So
yeah,
there is that.
Yep.
They're going to ruin Task Manager, according to Jacob. Sam, can we just move on to Windows 12 already?
Keith, did you see Keith's comment? Ben just revealed he's leaving for Microsoft. Who else says Microsoft for the win?
I'm not leaving for Microsoft. Follow me on LinkedIn.
No, you know what? No, we kid. We don't want people to think that we totally hate Microsoft. We don't.
I really enjoy Microsoft Windows 11. So we are forced delaying Windows 11 upgrades until 2024. That's a long time, but good for you, Luke. Windows 11 now with more ballet. 228 now with more ballet. Microsoft with a $sign is better than Apple. So, of course, Microsoft $sign for the win, according to Eric. Windows 11 adding extra clicks, and Windows File Explorer with Miller columns win. Yeah, all the time. All right, and moving on, we got to move quick. New session manager backdoor targeting Microsoft IaaS servers in the wild, according to Hacker News. A newly discovered malware has been put to use in the wild at least since March 2021 to backdoor Microsoft Exchange servers belonging to a wide range of entities worldwide, with infections lingering in 20 organizations as of June 2022.
Dubbed Session Manager. The malicious tool masquerades as a module for Internet Information Services, IIS, a web server software for Windows systems, after exploiting one of the proxy logon flaws within Exchange servers.
Dropping an IIS module as a backdoor enables threat actors to maintain persistent, update-resistant, and relatively stealthy access to the IT infrastructure of a targeted organization, be it to collect emails, update further malicious access, or clandestinely manage compromised servers that can be leveraged as malicious infrastructure, according to the Kaspersky researcher Pierre Dolcher said on this report. It was on the Hacker News. So, again, Microsoft Server, IIS, why do you even have a Microsoft Server anymore? Stop it. Stop. What is that, Family Guy? Stop it.
Well, I was literally thinking in the back of my head the same thing. I'm like, I can't remember the last time I've touched IIS, or wanted to. And it's, I mean, I get the need. I get the there are some instances and use cases where you have to have it, but I'm like, there's so many better alternatives.
There really are. And
David says he doesn't let his servers go out in the wild. He keeps them in cages.
You don't have any free range servers, okay? Hashtag free range servers.
Let the servers go free. Free the servers.
Only buy free range, organic, non-GMO servers.
Since Brittany's free, it's no longer free Brittany. It's free the servers.
Free the servers. Alexa, what do you think about this this session manager backdoor?
You guys took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Good. You have it. There you have it. It is confirmed.
Why make the servers go in the back door when they should use the front door?
Exactly.
Just like China.
Exactly. Let's see. Rob, I just upgraded mine to 3600 because the old board ate both of its BIOSes. So I feel that pain, Dan. I've been believing Gabriel. I like the promise of Windows without walls. That's why they don't. You want to know why they? Never mind. I'm gonna say that joke. I don't want to, but third-party vendors that I have to support make me. Nobody ever wanted to touch IIS. IIS, the web server for outdated government sites. Someone has to keep ASP going. Yes. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The BlackBasta ransomware, what you need to know according to Tripwire. So BlackBasta is a relatively new family of ransomware first discovered in April 2022. Although only active for the past couple of months, the BlackBasta ransomware is thought to have already hit almost 50 organizations, first exfiltrating data from targeted companies and then encrypting files on the firm's computer systems.
Victims have reportedly been hit in countries around the world, including the US, UK, India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and UAE. The best advice is to follow the same recommendations we have given on how to protect your organization from other ransomware. These include, Ben, do you want to read those off?
Yeah. These are just basic stuff, right? Making sure offsite, you make sure you have offsite backups, running up-to-date security solutions, ensure that your computers are protected with the latest security patches. So patch your stuff, back up your stuff, using hard to crack unique passwords with MFA if you possibly can, and conditional access. I'm adding that. That's not in the article. Encrypt sensitive data wherever you're possible. Reduce the attack surface by disabling functionality that your company does not need. So least privilege, least access, all that kind of happy stuff goes into that. Educating and informing staff about the risks and methods used by cyber criminals to launch attacks and steal data. I think that's the first one. Needs to be pumped to the top of the list. Education, because nearly 1 million, actually take it back. I posted on Twitter, most of the cyber attacks that are out there are very, very simple and basic ones. So if you educate people on how to avoid things, it usually just solves most of the cyber attacks that are out there. Obviously, there's a few that are pretty, intelligent and pretty sophisticated, but a lot of them are very, very easy, let you in type situations. Dan, Alexa, what do you think about this new ransomware coming out?
Dan, take it away.
Yeah, I don't know. Did it say? I'm curious. I'll have to read the article. Did it say what operating systems it specifically targets?
I think it was pretty much. I think it was for Windows. It could have been, primarily Windows. I think there was also some Mac options in there.
To run Linux.
Yeah. So run Linux. The answer, okay, in case, hey,
That's
you know what?
Everything.
Hey, you know what? The answer is just run OpenKylin for everything. You won't have to worry about any of the problems that we just talked about.
No, you have to worry. Yeah, you have to worry about any of them because China will own all of your stuff if you run OpenKylin. There you go.
Exactly. Just install China's OS. Yeah, David, I took David's just install China's OS on them. Windows to see through. Isn't that like isn't there a space joke? Why isn't there something in space? Because there's no windows or something. I can't remember the joke. David, this is why I print all my files off. Have fun encrypting my stack of papers. The compression rate isn't great though. You kind of print it on like paper thin, like wax paper.
David is just sitting in an office with paper all around him. He's like peeking over. There's just like a little tiny spot for him.
That's funny.
All files are encrypted through some type of weird cryptographic hash, and you got to use the Ovaltine.
More Ovaltine, please.
Drink more Ovaltine. That's
all right. So I'm gonna start building this poll. But while I do that, here are some last minute headliners. Nearly 1 million misconfigured Kubernetes instances found vulnerable. Metaverse Standards Forum announced Ubuntu Core 2020. Ubuntu Core 22 has finally arrived, and Samsung Gaming Hub rolls out today, bringing Xbox Game Pass to Samsung 2022 smart TVs as of June 30th. So if you want to play your Xbox Game Pass directly on your Samsung television, then I'm putting the poll in right now.
Yeah, you can't read headlines and put the poll in at the same time, apparently.
Well, I was actually doing pretty well, okay.
Except for all the numbers.
It was lag. It was internet lag. Is what that was. Okay, here we go. Add. All right. So some of the hilarity that we have. Ben is the best one-liner. I didn't even see that one. I just copied and pasted it. Cries in need to run x86 parallel. Spying is bundled in much more tightly. Oh, so you can install a front door now for China to get into your laptop so you don't have to keep using backdoors. Windows Defender is just Bitcoin mining. Ben just revealed he's leaving for Microsoft. Who else says Microsoft for the win? And that's why I don't let my servers go out in the wild. They all have to stay in their cages. Poll is up. Go ahead and answer that. Go ahead and do the poll. Best answer is going to win. First, we were coming right to time. I knew we were going to be short, but that just took a little bit longer, which is fine. We're having fun. Everyone has seemed to stick around too, which is great. So thanks everyone for coming by and hanging out and enjoying the IT hour. Dan, thank you so much for coming and hanging out and talking about professional services and participating in the rapid fire. Always Alexa, so much fun, and Becky with the support and the backup with this show. This show has been a lot of fun. I took this over a little over a year ago, and it's completely changed into a completely different type show, and I've had a lot of fun with it. And from my understanding, everyone has had a lot of fun being involved. As everyone knows, today is my last day at JumpCloud. Bittersweet. I'm sad to leave. I'm sad to see, to leave this show and to leave what we're doing here in community, but hopefully other things will open up. So stay tuned on the community.jumpcloud.com for updates as to what's, the future for the IT hour, and what's going to happen with that. But it's been awesome to be on the show, and thanks for coming and joking around, having a good time on every Friday. So and the winner for our looks like it's taking the cake. Oh, by the way, go like the video on YouTube, okay? Jeez, like the video, all right? Just
Okay, before give them another moment since we have lag on from StreamYard to Crowdcast. Give them another moment. I just wanted to say a couple of things too. You know, thank you, Ben, for working on this and for having fun and building up the audience. A lot of this has grown because of what you've done with it and the fun we have with the way you've structured it and the hot seat and everything. We've had a great time and we will miss you. And we hope that you'll be able to come back sometime as a guest, hopefully, if you want to. If your new company will let you do that, maybe we'll feature you on a hot seat, so everybody can roast you because, they're saying that you're leaving without them really getting to have a Ben roast. So maybe we'll have a special.
They are still owed the coffee, 100%.
Yeah.
Coffee roast.
I know. I should have made like a special little thing and had it ready. But wanted to say thank you. And hope you come back on the community as yourself. We will be retiring the Ben accounts, the JumpCloud accounts, and we want to wish you well. So thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks everyone in chat. Eric, thank you. Nathan, thank you. Rob, I didn't forget the company. Keith, thank you so much. Alexa is going to take over. Just kidding. I don't know. She's got to know how to do it. So be subject matter expert in all things IT, Alexa. So I want to go ahead and stop this poll now. Looks like the winner is going to be Ben just revealed he's leaving for Microsoft. Who else says Microsoft for the win? Keith Richard. So Keith, go ahead and reach out to me and give me your details, and I will make sure you get that gift card for all of your nums for your lunch this week or next week, whatever. But with that, we're over time. So, hey, thanks again, everybody in the chat. Thank you all, Becky, Alexa, and Dan. And for everybody else, enjoy your long weekend. Happy 4th. And cheers. Take care.
Bye, everyone.